Hello, and welcome to From Fertility to Delivery channel update. Today's date is January 11th, 2023. We have arrived. And I just wanted to come on and pop on and just give you some updates and what to expect this year, what to expect from my channel. I started this channel back in 2019, and I was actually propelled from a spiritual perspective to realize that this is a part of my life purpose, to offer insights into what type of attributes we can obtain as we learn more about fertility and also about childbirth. I did a lot of soul searching with my fertility my fertility journey with my husband, and once we were pregnant, after 9 months of matrimony, 9 months after we got married, we were pregnant with our first son, and I was 38 years old. So I am a late bloomer, and I made a whole video about the birth, and all that is on YouTube. But I just wanted to, give you some background about myself. With regards to my channel, I am focused on fertility and the actual childbirth process. So going back to my story, I had a very natural birth and delivery, which was under 3 hours, using Blissborn hypnobirthing. And that was a wonderful experience. I also had our second child 21 months after, and that was under 2 hours. So, we teach you a lot of little techniques in Blissborn to really understand your body, understand what you're capable of. So with regards to the services that I'm going to provide on this channel, I want to kind of crack open the possibilities with regards to your body and what you can do and what it's capable of, and what has actually been suppressed and programmed incorrectly from society. So for instance, I would have been considered a geriatric pregnancy. Both of them would have been, because I was over 35 years old. Now, there's nothing about me that's geriatric, and most of you are not as well. That is a term that is so derogatory and rude. And those are the types of things that I want to abolish on this channel. Making sure that people know what they're capable of, no matter what age you are, and giving you the ability to feel strong about your fertility and your birthright to be a mother or a father. From having the channel just for, a short 2 years, and doing more blogging and content writing than anything, I did get a really wonderful direct message from one of my subscribers. I wanted to read it to you. Hello, your informative posts and suggestions and techniques to change my fertility mindset and energetically prepare me for motherhood really helped me. I got pregnant soon after using these ideas. I felt compelled to thank you for the work you're doing. And, that really warmed my heart, because that's something that I worked on the side. It really was back burner, because I was dealing with 2 little ones and trying to handle motherhood with Irish twins, basically, because they were so close in age, very close up from their time of birth. So to have something like that come to me in a message, that really motivated me to move and continue to, offer content. So basically, what does this channel look like moving forward? Well, I want to make sure that we go from the third dimension, which we've been in for a very long time. The Earth has been in a third dimensional field for a very long time, and Mother Earth is moving into a fifth dimensional plane. What that means is that a lot of the paradigms, a lot of the schools of thought, a lot of the techniques and what we're used to, those are of the old guard. They're going to be broken down, and there's a whole new paradigm shift that's happening on this planet. And fertility and also childbirth, it has been tainted, it's been messed with, and there needs to be deprogramming and reprogramming in order to learn what our birthright is really about. So, from a fifth dimensional perspective, our planet used to be in the fifth dimension a long time ago, the time of Atlantis and Lemuria. And fertility was quantum, it was spiritual. The couples back then connected with the spirit of the baby, the spirit baby, and the soul essence of that being that would soon become a part of the family. And that was their first step. It wasn't dieting. It wasn't going to see the doctor. It wasn't a lot of the physical things that we do right now. It was spiritual. And after that, they would visit a priest or priestess and listen and get more, information. They would meditate with the whole family in order to bring that child into the physical plane of Earth. And I think that has been lost throughout the eons of time, and it's also been programmed that it's a little bit more woo-woo and not really necessary. But when you look at everything you need to do with regards to having a conscious conception, and to have any conception at all, yes, you have to have the physical act of, you and your partner coming together as one, and, planting the seed, if you will. And a big part of that is communing and connecting to the soul that is going to house the baby that you're going to deliver after you plant that seed. And you actually become fertilized, if you will. So that is what I'm going to focus on. It's almost like a lost art that I want to bring back to life and revive. I think that even though we're very third dimensional with pregnancy, I think we've done a pretty good job with pregnancy. So I won't be focusing on the actual pregnancy and the 9 months per se. I will bring up a couple things here and there, but I think that there's so much out there about that it's actually not bad. Things not to eat, not to do. So there's just we've done a good job as a society in making sure your pregnancy is better than usual. Then we get to childbirth. And childbirth has been tainted and negatively programmed on this planet. Just a story that defines what I'm trying to say about this. I have 2 grandmothers that are now passed over. On my mother's side, my mom's mother, she had 9 children on the islands of Bahamas and Jamaica. All home birth, all natural, no medication, with a midwife, and in the master bedroom, basically, of their home. And my father's mother, she had 5 children, and my father was actually he was a preemie. He was born at 6 months, and he was a pound and a half when he was born, pretty much in the bush in Jamaica, where there's no NICU, there's no technology, there's nothing. So they had to just figure it out. And there was a lot of praying, and there was a lot of faith. And there was a lot of belief in that the body knows what to do and the body can heal itself. And that's just one generation away from me. So when I was pregnant, I knew that there was a different way, a better way than what I saw on the TV, on movies of what birth was supposed to look like and was supposed to be. So instead of listening to negative stories and negative connotations, I focused on the positive and what was coursing through my veins and in my DNA from my ancestors of giving birth. So I was able to find Bliss-born hypnobirthing, and I went through the course. I really focused on it like it was like I was in the Olympics. of childbirth. And I wanted to get that gold medal. And we actually teach you how to have a birth that's under 5 hours. That's actually programmed. So what we do in hypnobirthing, if you've never heard about it before, if you're new to some of the modalities out there, is that we deprogram all of the fear that you have around childbirth. And we reprogram success. We reprogram being able to understand what's going on in the body with the oxytocin, understanding the part of the brain that actually is responsible for what feels like suffering, and being able to get through that. And we focus on the partner as well. Whoever your partner is, whether it's your husband, the person that you're having your baby with, whoever that is, a mother, a father, a friend, your doula, whoever is with you on this journey, we train them and help them to actually help you in the whole process of delivery and childbirth. So my husband became my daddy doula, and he was right there helping me. Did an amazing job. So amazing that on number 2, we planned a home birth, and my son came 6 weeks early, and we ended up having him in front of the door as the paramedics were outside. They couldn't find our house. So my husband actually caught the baby, and I was able to give him that audio for Father's Day, and that's actually on my YouTube channel. So lots of fun things that I was able to record, and I have my the whole scenario. I wrote a blog about that. That's on Instagram. So I'll capture that and put that on the reel on Instagram, and you can find some of it on YouTube and Facebook. So basically, those are the 3 outlets that I'm on right now: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm also starting a TikTok channel just to give little blurbs to that crowd, little bite-sized pieces of information, because I think that crowd is growing, and it's definitely wonderful right now. As of today, January 11th, 2023, I have around 111 subscribers on Facebook. I have 232 on Instagram and 13 on YouTube. So talk about a small channel. But I just want to come on here and thank all of you for being here for however long you've been here, whether it's been a couple days or a couple years. I appreciate you. I appreciate the feedback, the likes, all of that. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you for starting with me when I'm so small right now. Hopefully, as I grow the business and I grow this into something that I'm very proud of, I can look back and relish the time that I had with the folks that were there at the very, very beginning. So some of the products that I want to offer as I move forward, I'm going to be offering... I already offer, actually, the hypnobirthing Blissborn classes. There's 5 classes, and you can sign up on my website. My website is under construction for a couple of days, but by the time everyone sees this, a couple of days after, it'll be up and running. And I offer virtual classes. I am a Blissborn educator, so I got certified after the amazing births that I had and the wonderful experience I had. And those are on my website. They're virtual classes, and I also offer online support throughout all 5 classes. So that's something that is already available. And I am creating and nurturing the spiritual, quantum, 5th dimensional fertility side of the business. It's something that there's nothing created for it. I have to create it myself. So I'm thinking about meditations, virtual classes, and support. Maybe some monthly meditations, also support for trauma. Trauma has been induced with regards to childbirth for a very long time, the past 100 years. When you watch a show on TV with a woman that is in pain while she's having labor, that image gets stuck in your subconscious mind. And it gets stuck there until you reprogram that. And that's why so many women are afraid of birth and are afraid of natural birth. You know, they run towards the medication and the drugs when there's so much more that your body can do. And we were built to give birth. So birth actually happens in between the ears, not in between the legs. There's a lot going on. And the oxytocin you produce, the more you produce, is you produce more when you're actually calm and relaxed. So that is a really important part of the childbirth aspect. And that's something I'll be talking about a lot as well. One of the biggest things that the Spirit has shown me is that the divine feminine has been suppressed in our society. And that's something that strengthening the narrative of fertility and childbirth will help, giving people tools to feel better as a collective as we get into that vibration of starting to own our fertility and our delivery, our actual childbirth processes, instead of handing it over to someone else and feeling that we don't have control of it. That will help the divine feminine. But what Spirit has started to show me, and what I've been seeing in my visions as I meditate on this life path, is that the divine masculine has also been hurt and almost to the point of atrophy, where it's very weak. And moving forward, a big part of infertility will not just be on the women, on the women's side of the equation or the side of the coin. It'll be a part of male infertility, and it could be up to 70%. Moving forward. So a big part of my mission on this planet is to incorporate our men, incorporate the seed that plants the tree that grows in the womb, and to connect both to create that divine connection and that divine focus. I have other words, but they just escaped me. But thank you for that pause. So anyway, so that's that's why I'm here. I just again want to say thank you to everyone that's here. Thank you for your time. If you are interested in some of my other channels, feel free to visit me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Very shortly. My handle on everything is From Fertility to Delivery. So it's at From Fertility to Delivery. That's how you can find me on these channels. And my website is FromFertilityToDelivery.com. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this. And I look forward to helping you create the future that you're looking for. Always remember that if you have a tug to be a mother or a father, it didn't come from thin air. There's an actual spirit in the spirit world that's sending you those tugs. They want to be your son or daughter. So don't give up on that, because if it's continual and perpetual, there's something really, really visceral and physical that is going to end up from that. So don't put it on the back burner. If it keeps coming up in your mind and it's a huge desire, really look at that and start to co-create with your spirit baby. Thank you so much. Many blessings. Take care, everyone. See you soon.